dirty his car.
Yeah, he needs to fix his car. So Nico and Eris both crashed. I'm not sure really what happened. See any more disconnections from qualifying start. We're still awesome. Seconds. So they'll get to keep their times. ROX has him down top forward. Twin Turbo V sits though, he's purple. Sits is just behind the front stretch. It's on the other side. Top of the board, it's a 128.200. Del Ross behind just by a bit. He improved, but wasn't quite enough to overtake him. I also see Chiquito third on the board, the Spaniard with a very strong debut race. In fourth place is Jake. It's Jake and Fox. T7. Probably still get to on track, just kind of cross track in times. Probably good space for another lap or two. Here's Twin is packed. Flag there for Twin. Everyone else wants to cross the line. Not as fast as it was. So Twin resits. Looks like we're gonna keep this one green. We are in the final lap. Make sure of that. There's that. We got one lap here. I don't know. Keep on going, guys. Even if the timer's out, you're based off of Twin determines it, and he is still on his white flag, so keep on with the white flag, guys. Unless you've already crossed it. Here's Twin. He makes his way down the backstretch. Is not that far behind. Just a bit. There's Netta. Comes with a white flag. He sits. Now makes his way around the final turn. He is the leader of the pack, and he comes into the start-finish line. Chippers are out. Does not improve. Let's do a cool down here. Just so the field can all run up and that's yeah, Bears. We have T7 Jake, Crucian, both of them improving. So you guys are checkers are out for Chiquito. Chiquito goes third on the board, knocks Eris out of the way. Jake finishes as well as I think that's Jason there. it's not Jason. Jason's not going across the back street, so Jason. Make sure not to overtake anyone that's still running, please. This is for Twin. Don't overtake anyone that's still trying to wrap up their qualifying, of course. There's Netta looks too quiet. I don't think she's going to try to finish this one. I think she's calling it. Nico, I think, has not crossed through yet. He's looking pretty solid. He does not have a valid lap. Here's Jason. Crosses the finish line, and it is not a valid lap, unfortunately for him. What's happening to stand for? How about Nico? Nico up into 5th place. We're out. Let's do a cool down, folks. Make your way into the pits. So our order, I think, as of right now, is Twin Triple V sits, Del Ross in 2nd place, Chiquito, the Spaniard from Mids Car Racing, very strong performance. Triple Stuntman in 4th place, Nicolas in 5th place. Arisnetta was running up close, but unfortunately for her, just out of the way with a 131.419 in 6th place. Jake would start up in 7th if he is a racer, but that leaves us with Jake the Mechanical Fox in 8th, and then in 9th place would be Jason. That is your grid for today. We're going to be doing a rolling start, of course. You're going to have 2 laps to pace. Let's make sure to line up in order. So, if you know, you know. Let's not cross the line. Let's not cross the line. Just line up in order. So, if you're not, so I need turbo up here. Turbo up 4th. 5th place is going to go to Nicolas. 6th place is going to be Arisnetta. Jake is getting the Fox body out. Jason just way in the back. Jason just way in the back. Jason just way in the back. There's a couple cars. Please don't speed through. Please don't speed through. Just pull up to your spot. You are starting behind Nicolas. Make the wait. Spot for Nico there. You're pretty good. 45. We're just going to pull that one low. Need Nico to line up ahead of Eris. 5th place. And I need Jake over here. Mechanical Fox. And I need Jason behind Jake. Now start to lead the cars. Get another dominant performance by Twin. Excuse me. With another pole position. Once you guys are lined up, please turn your cars off, press F. If you can't, let me know. We will be playing the Chilean national anthem. I think that's everyone. Once you finish that. So don't hop out of your cars, please. Jake is fine because he's not in Ratsma. I said do not hop out of your cars. Yes, because you can now glitch them. So do check your cars in the pace lap. If they feel like they're having issues, to hop out, get back in, you go get your position, but you gotta get it quickly. You got 2 laps to beat. So try to work out that first lap. Do not hop out of your car, please. You just turn your cars off. Press F, please. Everyone turn your cars off. You're gonna be playing the national anthem before the fire up. I need Jason, turn your car off, please. Press F. Alright. Well, here we go, folks. It will be audible on the stream. I think I'm also going to mute myself. Actually, yeah, I'll just be on the stream. So. Are we missing something? Hold on. Drivers, start your engines! See Cole here, we are going to clear out the 45 machine. We have a 20 lap race here today. I hope you folks are watching that. We are nearing the point. Let me just put the stream up on SSC for people to watch. Can't miss this finale. Alright. 20 laps it is. Once you guys are ready, make sure everyone's car is started. Once your car is started, that's a sign you're ready. If you're not ready, ahead of me goes. If somebody spins out, just pass them, doesn't matter. Just let them fix their cars. Let them go back to their position if they spin out, please. I'm hopeful that nobody is going to have to suffer that. We'll figure that one out on turn number 1. Looks like everyone goes through nice and clean. Make sure to maintain your position. Of course, do not overtake until you cross the start-finish line. We'll be calling the green once you guys hit the front stretch. We got, of course, a couple laps here. If you guys, we're gonna fix everyone's laps. Quarter cut limit for today is, we're gonna start off with 15, but if I've seen like 3 cars with it, we are going to add up to like 25. But let's not do that, okay? If you're just cutting, just, you know, with hopes that there will be one of those. Reminder, if you get several of those cuts, several penalties, you're just going to get a part, so. Let's fix Jason here. Jason. Where is Jason? Looks like they've had an issue there. Yeah, Jason, hop out, get back in. Jason's having some issues getting their car going. Fortunately, they start in the back of the field, so it's not like it's going to cost them too much. We'll fit your cuts, though, as we go along. It's a very interesting race here today. Of course, you see the Flott's body in its glory. I know Dale is very happy with this. It's been very much anticipated. To fix their car, then make their way to the back of the field. Cars make their way out of the chicane as he spins out. If you spin out in turn 1 again, and not from you, like just from going on the throttle, that's a sign that something's off. Alright, well, we got one lap till we go green. Pacing is looking pretty good. We'll fix the board after the first lap. Or, well, after we start to cross the line and do lap 1. Excuse me. It's going to be a pretty fun race. It's not quite the field we had back in 2022. We had a bigger field though last weekend, so it is what it is. AIC is going to probably make a pretty good race here today. Let's see how it goes. I will allow you guys to jump out of your cars to fix it, by the way, but just make sure not to, just make sure to go to complete stop. If you don't, your car's gonna leave you. So, yeah. Now we're gonna way on to the back straight away of this racetrack. Let's get a thumbnail. This might not be the thumbnail for the race, but it's definitely gonna be one of the photos. That's good. Back to the front in the 20 cars, Jason, right ahead of them in the 61. The Haas machine being driven by Fox. Arisnetta in 45, our current champion. In 6th place, I believe, and then 5th place, Nikolaus. In the 95, place of APK SPMS. The 53 GGS machine, only GGS car in the field, driven by Turbo Stuntman. In 4th place, 97 TD being driven by none other than Chiquito, Dale Ross in the 97, and then Twin Turbo V6 will be our pole sitter. Jake, can you increase pace? We're going to turn the lights to black. We're going to watch everyone else maintain 60 miles an hour. Please fix your positions, folks. We need Nico to go faster. You need Chiquito to go faster, please. Chiquito, no sandbagging. You did this before. You'll be dropped to the rear if you do this again. For the final turn. Green flag. Arisnetta allowed to overtake Chiquito. Arisnetta get one spot up to Turbo Stuntman, however. Arisnetta clear. No jumps to call. Meanwhile, Calamity in the back of the field. We see 3 wide. It does not get any better than that. Everyone through turn number 1, nice and clean. We'll get our real thumbnail right here. I think there's a bit of clipping there. You see side by side between Dale Ross and Arisnetta. As Twin is off to an early lead. Meanwhile, Chiquito in 2nd place. Meanwhile, a huge battle there in the back of the field. Our car's outrunning me with free cam into the hairpin. So we're going to get another one of those iconic shots. Look at how far Twin has made his gap. That's just crazy. That should be good. Alright. That is the first lap complete. Looks like Twin's going to lead it. Arisnetta in 2nd place. Meanwhile, Chiquito in 3rd. We're saying the board real quickly. Twin currently the top time here. As we get into turn number 1, Arisnetta is about to spin. They nearly spin out. They keep control, but lose the spot out of that ordeal. Get a little bit too hot on the brakes there and lock up the rears. Meanwhile, Jason has been performing quite stellar. Actually, he's battling up against Nikolaus currently, potentially for the 5th place spot. number one has not been going in favor of Turbo Stuntman. So Jake might be potentially bounding him for the 7th place spot. There's Netta here collecting a little bit of that gap there with Chiquito now to the breaking point. Ayers is harder on the brakes. It's side by side. Ayers goes wide. Reminder that so far 15 cuts will be a 10-second time penalty. We'll see about that. Might add up to 25. Ayers Netta spins and loses spot after spot. ROX loose on the exit though. But here's Nikolauds battling it up for 3rd place. So Ayers really hard on the brakes. Maybe we should put a little bit more front bias in the brakes for that season. I was wondering about that. Turbo Stuntman says it appears there's been some mistakes made. They've made their way back up to 6th place. While Ayers Netta battling with Nikolauds for position for the 3rd place spot. So they're now into the braking point. Ayers does a slide around the racetrack. So you can see Twin Ayers lead up a big gap. He just has a very comfortable lead. It'll probably stay that way for the rest of this race. It's actually en route for a potential quick time. It makes its way out the final turn. We'll be talking about this one for a little bit. There's any two close battles. We'll see Ayers coming around the chicane this time. This time a little cleaner. Meanwhile, Twin Turbo V6 coming across the front stretch. And it's an even quicker time. It's the best we've seen with ROX mods at a 128.185. This car's being a rev limiter at the end of the straight of about 176 miles an hour. Did need to set them a little bit higher, but this is technically the first road course race with a 300 or new 650 horsepower setup. So there's a lot of things to learn. Ayers Netta has lost that position to Nikolauds. Actually, I stand corrected. I do not realize what I'm looking at. That was actually, that's Chiquito. Ayers Netta is gaining up the same pace as Chiquito. My dearest apologies here. Potentially might be on route to get back to 2nd place, although you can see Twin has disappeared already to the end of the straightaway. Practically unchallenged here. Ayers gets a little bit sideways. Yeah, we're going to increase the corner cut limit to 25. I'm noticing that we're getting a lot more cuts than we're running laps. So, corner cut limit is being moved up to 25. Ayers, you should still watch your corner cuts though. Ayers is around on the chicane. Spin. Get overtaken again by Nikolauds, so they were so close, unfortunately for her, it looks like so far. Battles to note of this race. Ayers Netta slides around turn number 1. It actually looked to be pretty efficient that way. So there might be a battle here between Crucian and Turbo Stuntman stirring up. He's very cautious on the brakes again. He has been having issues with one of his keys. He has been forced to use the mouse here, which is a bit out of his normal nature. As Turbo Stuntman is within a car length of the former teammates in the Freedom Racing Machine. Now down the long straightaway, we are 4 laps into this race. When Twin Cross looks at 5, Ayers Netta is closing in while on Nikolau's. That's of course, Crucian. It's close, but not as close as Arisneta. Arisneta now into the breaking point. She slides again. Looks like she's just about spun out again. She's just too hard on those brakes and it's not paying off. Triple stuntman loose. So looks like patience is going to be the key to winning in this race. Of course, for Eris, the crash would be nothing but just absolutely useful. To mention, we're already a quarter way through the race. Eris again just sliding around. She tends to do this technique. I'm not sure if she's trying to make it work or not by sliding deliberately. But, she is picking up a bit of that gap again with Nikolai. She's left behind Del Ross. He's cleared off from Turbo Stuntman. It seems to have about spread out by now. In on wide, Del Ross goes wide, just trying to carry speed out of the corner. She has 12 corner cuts. Maybe she might have drivability issue on her car. She did hop out of her car before the race happened. I'm wondering if that caused her car to be excessively oversteered. Really does not seem to help her here. Nearly spun out again. Del Ross will pick up the pace and may go by. Out of the first turn, behind Arizona. So he currently has 4th place. Off screen, Turbo Stuntman has had some sort of spin or some issue. They have fallen back, lost with Jake and Mike. Closing into Del Ross down the straight. Nikolau's has disconnected. Yellow flag on the racetrack. Twin Turbo V6 coming across the start-finish line. So this is your race back. Twin gets it. So Twin, we have the yellow out on the racetrack. Once you guys cross the start-finish line, we are under caution. And second place goes to second place going to none other than Chiquito, Crucian in 3rd, Arisneta in 4th. Jason falls 1 lap down. Jason, get your lap back. Then it'll be Jake and Turbo Stuntman, Nikolau's. If you could find your car, you can rejoin the field from the back. Yeah, Nico, you're fine. You can drive. You rejoin from the back of the field. Ahead of Jason, though. We're going to see how many cuts you had there. That's going to be 1. Last reported incidents, at least. Like 12, alright. We're going to change you to 13 because you got 1. Nico, if you could go behind those two. If Jake and Turbo can pass, thank you. If you have another disconnection, actually I think it's two disconnection, two DCs, right? Is it 2 or 3 DCs? 3. Yeah. So if you disconnect 2 more times, you're gonna be parked. Just don't make it obvious you're doing it. We're waiting in the meanwhile for Jason to get back up, but we'll just take our time here. I think Jake's gonna enjoy the time with the Fox body back out on track. Of course, might as well tell you the story about why we got one here. A couple nights ago, I actually figured out that there was a Fox body that was used at Saga Speedway. If you guys remember that track, that was the track we raced a couple weeks ago. I believe it was for the 1991 NASCAR race there. And because of this, I've also made it. I'm on the construction of a midget. We might actually do the 2024 Trigonet Grand Prix in SLC on Saga Speedway. So, do be aware of that. We are still under caution, and we're probably going to be under caution another lap here. I discovered that there was a Celine Mustang Fox body there, and Dale and I just couldn't get enough of it. I just thought it was a Fox, but I didn't know about the Celine part really that much, I believe. He did, and he found the original owner, had a bit of a talk with him, and we got some information, got some more photos. But in the meanwhile, I found a mod on a Assetto Corsa with a Fox body, just a Celine Fox body, just like it. Maybe a little bit different. I think there's a couple bumper changes and stuff like that, but overall it's very similar. And we take a lot of pride with it. We'll definitely be modifying it for that race, but in the meanwhile, for today's races, we'll be seeing this Fox body. Tomorrow, we'll be seeing a Porsche. Apparently, they're used very often as pace cars here. So that's good to hear. Here's Jason making his way to turn number 1. How are we on corner cuts? Jason looks like he's close here to a penalty. He's 4 away. So, Jason, while you're making your way over, please, you don't need to rush too much. You are close. Just need to get through here. About to go halfway. I believe maybe... I don't think we'll be going green this lap. It's a little far here for Jason. Actually, now that I think about it, so Jason is making his way into the front stretch. The cars are there. We are good to go green this lap, as Jason has made his way over. We need Chiquito to push up a little bit closer to Twin. You're too far behind. We need to be basically right in them. Just make sure you don't pass them once we're green. So all 8 cars are left in the field. Arisnetta, please. Dale. Arisnetta, back off. Arisnetta, back off from Dale. We need you guys in the back to fit yourselves. Okay, that... Need the field to fit itself. Okay, we are looking good. Lights are black. Jake, increase pace. Everyone else to go 60 miles an hour. If Twin is going over, let me know. Arisnetta, pick up the pace. Jake, back off. Remember not to cross until you go across the start-finish line. I'll just call Jake Fox. I'll say Fox. Geez, that Jake is Jake. Green flag. Do not overtake. Jake, you give up the spot to Eris. Clear. You don't need to brake hard. Just to clarify, you just need to kind of let off, or at least let them by on the turn. So for future reference, so you don't end up, being in the back of the field for jumping. Just let off a little bit. They'll carry their speed for the first turn. Meanwhile, Arisnetta in a battle side by side for 3rd place here with Chiquito. The Crucian is taking over the 2nd place spot, but only by about a car length. So Arisnetta trying to make a move around the outside. I'll fit Nico's laps. We'll be going into the cross flags this time by the way. I think a yellow is just harder on the brakes. Looks like Arisnetta's hard on the brakes. She is sliding away. She's off the track. Loses 2 spots. Stuntman also going a little bit off-road. Everyone else now knows how this track is going to drive. Down the way out the chicane. I'd say this is a bit more important than the final turn. That chicane there really is. That's the corner that determines it, really. I think last time we were here, there was cars that were just about hopping all over the place. We're now halfway done with today's race. See the flag man now waving the green flag. Arisnetta hard on the brakes, but too hard. And they end up nearly spinning out again. They've fallen back to where they were just before, though. So not too harsh of a penalty for her. Definitely something you get back from. As ROX is a little bit off the racetrack. Meanwhile, Jason, watch your cuts. You are falling closer to the penalty. Don't want you to get one. That is something that is possible. There's no closing in here onto here. Dive here. He is diving. He's going down low, trying to. I think that might have been another cut. How's Turbo Stuntman? That looked like they bent him out of shape, but even more bent out of shape is Jake the Mechanical Plots. They get back going, and Nico Odds, of course, our unfortunate disconnector. He's going to get back and takes him. Del Ross, out of nowhere, quite literally out of nowhere. He came out of the bushes. Must have spun out. Things have not been doing too well for the Western Virginian. Not the West Virginian, but Western Virginian. Sure it is. Everyone looks to be here. Jason has spun out there and up here. Unfortunately for them, they're also going to have to deal with a 10-second time penalty. That'll be out of post race. Turbo Stuntman for DGS, fighting for a podium with Arisnetta, side by side, now into the long straightaway. It looks to be like Turbo had a better exit. Something that's cautious, just switch from base all the way back to 7. But here he is, bounding up for 3rd. Very strong podium finish for the DGS driver. He is the longest, I think he's had the longest career of any other driver in this field. And he started racing back in 2018. He's still around today. As Jason is more than likely going to call it a day. If that's the case, make sure to stick around for the postseason photo. We really would like you around, okay? I'll give you a fly if you want to watch. Meanwhile, side by side there between Arisnetta and Turbo Stuntman. It's been a very long time, I think, since Turbo's had a podium. Arisnetta, of course, the ROX champion. We gotta be antsy for at least something about the race. And there's Chiquito getting loose. But looks to be that they reflect themselves, they fall back a little. That helps Aris to pick up that gap. But they're still holding off second by a pretty good distance here. I think Arisnetta might be trying to go for the second place spot. Up to there, but they just get too excited and spin out on the chicane. I don't think they're going to be in that range right now. Pretty good distance back. So it's pretty easy over there. That was not a great exit. Here's Turbo Stuntman. They overtake Arisneta. But Arisneta is trying to make a move down the inside. They are carrying some speed on the exit. I'm going to have your car post-race photo. We're almost done here. 2 laps of lead. 5 to go. Meanwhile, Arisneta with a lunge there on Turbo Stuntman. Just trying to claw back to third. Here the cars synchronizing as both both Turbo and Aris just sliding. I think it's turn 3. Twin Mike just about clean sweep the weekend. We'll see how he does on the finale for Stock I4 today. But he's done pretty darn well. This might be in range to do a dive bomb here on Turbo Stuntman. And as she looks to the rear bumper, Turbo's going to go a little bit off the line. Still running it side by side into the braking point. Arisneta harder on the brakes once again, goes sideways, but if it goes off there, Arisneta will go back to third ahead of Turbo Stuntman. As Jake appears to have spun out. I want to have my horse in one of these. If you are spinning out, or if it feels very understeery, that's probably a car issue, and you should probably fix it. And that's all I'm going to say for the time being. So Arisneta will stay ahead of Turbo Stuntman. Might have happened to Nico, and he is into the tire barrier. I think he's about to pull off today. And he avoids getting stuck. So only a couple more laps in this race. And Turbo is closing in on Arisneta. Here's Turbo trying to make a move side by side. Around the final turn, there's a bit of a crossover there. They run side by side down the front stretch. 5 laps to go in this race. There's a little bit of a loose flick there. Turbo Stuntman still in the mixture. It's a great battle these two have been having for, I think, about 5 laps here. Both of them still running wide. They look to be pretty much in the clear. As for the floods, I do have to warn that Dale and Aris are both pretty close. Turbo Stuntman is within range, but not in any direct danger. I think if you guys just watch your cuts, you should be good. Chiquito and of course are clear. Quite literally with 1 to 2 cuts. Now 4 laps to go here. There's another gap there with Chiquito. Turbo Stuntman, I think, just got a cut out of the corner, that's it. You see the Madman Nico Outs right there. There's just awful. What was that? Now onto the straight, so there's Twin. Twin is making his way through. I guess he's got a 17-second gap developed here. Just overall, just unstoppable today. Next is the chicane, and now makes his way around the final turn. As we are now with 3 laps to go for Twin Turbo V6. Neto, through chicane, a little bit more to make it through. It wasn't too great of an exit there for Turbo Stuntman either, so neither of them are going to really pick up the pace towards Chiquito towards the end. So again, for the debut race, pretty darn good performance by Chiquito. They've held themselves together. Might be within the realm of possibility for Crucian getting a lot of seconds. Picking up the pace here. 5 inch that's it. They're a little loose, but they keep on pushing. Maybe they'll be in the range of a second place by the end of this race. So we have 2 laps to go. Twin's already past the first turn. 2 seconds here separating Chiquito and Eris. Saves that be close for Dale. He's fallen back this last couple laps. Meanwhile, Paris is sliding around. It's almost like watching a dirt car sometimes. Closing in on Chiquito. Chiquito's going a little bit offline. How are cuts looking? Looks like Turbo has gone back to 10-second time penalty. Might allow Dale to capitalize on it. Meanwhile, Dale is also close to cut penalty. Not quite there yet. Meanwhile, white flag in the air for Twin Turbo V6. So here he is. This is his final lap in the ROX spots. Couldn't win this year. He had a lot of domination these past few seasons. Even this season, a lot of people thought it was going to be his. But he was not quite in enough races to make up for it. And here is Eris. Right on the bumper. Will she get by for the second place spot? Chiquito slides down the inside. There's that right on the bumper. Side by side. It's a crossover move for second place. But Chiquito's going to get the exit. Meanwhile, Twin is making their way around to the chicane. We'll be watching Eris, Netta, and Chiquito. They make their way down the straight into the braking point. Now braking hard here. Air's harder on the brakes. Side by side. Al is it for the lead. Here's Twin coming across the final turn. We'll watch him in a moment. This battle is a nail biter. Meanwhile, your winner is Twin Turbo V6 for the final time in 2023. We're going to watch it down through the chicane between Arizona and Chiquito. All matters on how this one goes. They're side by side. They make their way into the final turn. Arizona is down the inside, but Chiquito might be able to carry more speed along the exit. It's going to be an absolute nail biter down the front straightaway. And Arizona gets second place. Woo! We're going to have to watch that one. Woo! Triple Stuntman crosses the line in fourth, but with a penalty. Is Dale going to uphold that? 10 seconds. And unfortunately for Turbo Stuntman, they are going to fall behind in fifth place. Very close finish there for the second place spot. Meanwhile, Jake is the last car. They make their way around the chicane. If you guys could head to the front stretch, we'll get the photo and we'll do the podium. But first, the final car comes across the line. That is Jake on the debut race. Bit of a hard race for them, but that's an expected factor for the ROX mods. First race is never going to be easy. Unless you're Chiquito, we've got freaking second place, but he has experience in SLC just in general, and this track, so. We are going to launch this one back. If you guys head to the front stretch. We'll allow everyone to do donuts, by the way. We will allow everyone to do donuts once we get the photo. Once we get the photo. Yeah. This is the ROX mod finale. Let's watch this one. Okay. This is how this one ended. Let's see if that picks up on stream. Yes, it is. So we are going to watch this one. So again, it's very close here out of the final turn. And now they make their way down the front stretch. We are going to slow it down here. Remember, this is not the start-finish line. This one is right here. It's a very close one. But just last second, it went to Chiquito. And that's unfortunate for Eris, but still ultimately a crazy close battle. And that's going to be how the final race goes for 2023 in the ROX Mod series. We're going to now get a photo. Can you guys all line up side by side along the front stretch? Just line up side by side to each other. I want everyone to do this, even if you didn't get to the race finish. You two, Jason. You're a big part of the sport. Come on, man. How about it? If you want, Nico. Those are our DNFs. You guys could line up side by side, and yeah, that would be great too. Here's we can line up here. If we could have you line up here, Fox. If Nico or Jason are there, I'll move your cars up for you guys. Don't worry. I'll just move you guys over here. thank you guys for coming to this race. It's been a very, very long season, the longest one on record, by the way. We'll allow everyone to do donuts here, so if you guys could all get into your cars. You don't need to do donuts, but if you want to do donuts, get into your car. Otherwise, don't jump, or else you're gonna die. Won't be fun. Was it like a season? Waiting on Twin and Fox, and potentially Airs. Airs, of course, is our champion. Meanwhile, she's pressing, I think, a button. So, alright, let's talk to Twin. So, Twin here coming across the line again, coming just a little bit too short for the championship, but very much so made a valiant effort throughout their entire season. How are you doing? I think they're AFK. So I'm just gonna wait for everyone to get into their cars. And yeah, okay. Once we do, we'll do sec grab all. If I don't, then you know, you'll Twin.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I asked you earlier?
No. Just talking to someone.
Alright.
What happened?
So very valiant effort throughout the season. Unfortunately, come just a little bit too short. You do have, I believe, Formula Micros to claim as at least one of your 2023 champions.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about today's race?
Pretty good. Honestly, this race and Formula Micro were pretty much the same race. Like, it was just me just driving, and then second place was like pretty much a battle the entire time. And the rest of the grid just had some overtakes here and there, but it was just comfortable for them as well. So it was just interesting to see two of the same races pretty much happened consecutively. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, when's the micro thing happening? 45 minutes. Okay. Or
yeah.
stock. Sorry, got mixed up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But this race is just same sort of thing as the micro race, so not really much to say.
All right. Well, thank you there, Twin Turbo V6, hoping for a bright future. So next is Chiquito. Let me see if I can unmute Chiquito. Chiquito coming up in second place. That was a crazy finish, just across the line for you. Just across the line. That's a great first race, if you ask me. But how are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty well. I hope this counts as a license test. Second place sounds pretty good to me. So, yeah, like almost every race I do, slow and steady doesn't win the race, but it sure as hell gets you a second place or a podium. So yeah, what? What?
I was trying to get everyone to do like donuts after the top race. Sorry, we had to fuck that.
So like, I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, somebody.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As always, Arisnet and Choquito were side by side, and I don't know why, but like Aris is always faster than me, but she almost always spins. No offense. So I just we end up battling together, but she's actually like, I think almost a second faster than me on this track. So yeah, I just go for consistency and hope for the best.
Alright, well thank you there, Chiquito. That was a pretty awesome finish, I'd say. I'd like to see more. Next up here is Air's Net on her home track. Again, the 2023 season champion. I think it's pretty fitting to finish on the podium.
Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, Airs. Again, as I said earlier, that was a pretty good finish between you and Chiquito.
Yeah,
And I think it's
I
pretty
tried
fitting
my
for the
best.
champion to get a podium on the final race.
Yeah. Honestly, can I be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Can I be fully honest? I let off.
Damn.
Like I don't care. I don't really care for like the higher position. Like I mean, I just because I already have the championship, it's not like it's gonna affect me at all. I just want the funny thing. I love hearing you yell.
Bruh. Okay. Let's hop into
Nah.
the cars. Let's do the burnouts. We'll continue your
Most of the race, kill yourself. Most of the race was just trying to fight with the car because it was just since I've been driving the ROX mod since almost since when they started, so it was a huge challenge having to get used to the way these new setups drive. Especially because my driving style is very used to lighter stuff. I drown when it comes to heavier cars. I had to try hard. That's why you saw me spinning out a lot. Partially because I got big understeer on the entrance to the chicane, which caused me to go into the sausage curve, which then caused me to get big oversteer on the exit, and you saw me just parallel to the surface. Or not parallel, perpendicular, yeah. Getting my... But the car was... I don't know if it was understeer or if it was the way the car's supposed to drive, but it just didn't feel funny or cool. Like, it somehow felt more annoying than the previous ones. But it was just a thing of getting used to it, I guess. Still don't like it, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah. Judging that this might be my last championship, depending on how, if I do end up getting into college, and if it does end up fucking my time ability, this might as well be my last. I mean, it definitely is going to be my last fully active championship because I do have to start managing my time. But like, I've had my fun, and I'm glad that I was able to walk away with at least one title. The thing is, I am really worried about mitts because the P1 and P2 being me, are off by 2 points.
Yeah, so
heading into the final.
There is one more championship on the line. Let's see how that
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how GT's doing. I feel like no one's keeping track of the GT championship at this point.
Is there anyone else that wants to be interviewed? I don't know if anyone else wants to be interviewed, so we'll take that for what it is. Thank you guys. We are going to now do the podium as soon as we can. But meanwhile, the takeover scene in Chile has gone fucking crazy.
I feel like hitting a few people. There, boy. Where the fuck did the pace car go? Where the fuck did
I accidentally picked Robo up and it just had to space.
You killed the pace car.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright,
You bastard.
when you guys are ready, let's line up for the podium picture, by the way. Stock at 4.
Ah, fuck!
I need Chiquito, Eris, and Twin. So if Chiquito, Eris, and Twin, once you guys are ready. all second row. Right. I'll fight you over. Alright. I'm just gonna chill over here in the background. Let's get this photo. Please, like, try to do it quickly, because I gotta set up stock for a bit. It's coming up in 30 minutes. Anyone could race in that, by the way, so if you are watching the stream, know where to look. You'll find Stock I-4, and you could join us there. I'll be racing. That'll be 69 lap season finale. Alright. Gonna take a screenshot in 5, 4, and 1. Bada bing, bada boom, whoop, pow. Okay, there we go. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a pretty good year here. And till next time. Remember that there's more races tomorrow. Come around from Midcar and GTI. Midcar will be at 2 p.m. USPST and GTI will be at 4 p.m. And of course, not to forget, just coming up in a little bit, Al, will be the Stock I-4 finale. That's going to be 69 laps. So we hope to see you guys there.
Please, tomorrow, please.
What?
Please race tomorrow, talking to all the people. I
Please.
didn't prepare shit for tomorrow, for it to not come out right.
Yeah. Come on, guys. It'll be good. It'll be good. And in the meanwhile, for the final time this year, I'm going to be playing the intro. So once again, I'd like to say thank you guys, just for making this year so special. I'd like to thank Kelly. I'd like to thank literally every driver around. Whether or not you're even here for the finale, it's all good. It's all good. It's been a pretty fun year, and hope to see some more.
To you